Harry is beyond reach at this point. Diana's exploitation resulted in an unexpected backlash, leading to Penguin House's refusal. Hello, with all the regal splendor, we warmly welcome you to the Princess Diana News Channel. Join us for another enchanting journey into the world of royalty. Now, let's get to the video. So, what is currently taking place at Penguin Random House, the publishing company overseeing the release of Harry's memoir Spare? Yes, I'm referring to the particular book we discussed earlier. The exquisitely crafted and thought-provoking piece of literature, often regarded as the finest memoir to grace the global literary scene. Recently, they have been consistently dodging search queries by skillfully diverting the topic at hand. On the contrary, they simply respond with a rehearsed, predetermined response. In fact, they merely extract the response from their website, making it completely devoid of personalization. We make it a point to identify and empower individuals with diverse backgrounds and skills to share their experiences and narratives. From highly acclaimed authors and innovative artists to influential thinkers and commentators on politics, pioneering business leaders, and specialists in promoting well-being. So, what is the current situation with Meghan and Harry? To understand it better, let's recall how Bill Simmons, the Spotify executive, openly and accurately referred to them as opportunistic individuals. The publishing group has been asked for clarification regarding Harry's latest idea for his upcoming book. According to reports, Harry desires to portray a charming, freshly enlisted American police officer who has been appointed by the British government to unravel the enigma surrounding his mother's murder. Indeed, I am well aware that my eyes are also rolling. However, it seems that the individual has recently disclosed to Penguin Random House that he possesses undisclosed evidence provided by Dodi Fayed's father, suggesting that a member of the royal family may have played a role in Princess Diana's untimely demise. Sure, let's examine the identity of Dodi Fayed's father. Mohammed Al Fayed, the father of Dodi Fayed, is an embittered elderly individual. He is struggling immensely to accept the reality that his sole child died in that tragic incident. The repeated investigations conducted by French and British authorities into the accident consistently yielded the shared finding that it could have easily been prevented. Had Dodi and Diana exercised caution and heeded the guidance of their security team, they would have opted to wait for the provided car instead of impulsively getting into a vehicle operated by an intoxicated driver. They neglected to fasten their seatbelts and even encouraged the driver to increase speed in order to evade the paparazzi. Regrettably, the circumstances were ripe for an inevitable accident. If Harry is relying on confidential evidence, does that mean he intends to address the alleged engagement and pregnancy mentioned by Mohammed as well? It has been proven beyond doubt that both of those claims were entirely fabricated. However, Harry's determination has never been hindered by such obstacles. It wouldn't be surprising if he ends up refuting any accusations and shifting the blame onto Mohammed and the media. The publishing group inexplicably appears reluctant to discuss this remarkable concept for a captivating book. Perhaps they are becoming extremely irritated with Spare and are on the verge of cutting ties with Harry, similar to what happened with Spotify. I am eager to find out the opinion of Harry's family regarding this recent concept. Eventually, I anticipate that the palace will be compelled to pursue legal recourse against Harry. And maybe that is the concern of Penguin Random House. It is evident that corporations are receptive to the opinions of the majority, debunking the notion of their invincibility and authority. It may be beneficial for Harry to contact a toilet paper factory and offer his spare copies for sale. I have confidence in their ability to find a solution to convert those pages into toilet paper. I believe that while it may not offer the highest level of comfort, there could still be a potential market for it. Harry, it's such an absurd concept for you to be this detective trying to solve mysteries. I simply cannot grasp the lack of comprehension. Only in his vivid imagination could he possibly secure a role of such stature. He is a complete laughingstock. Furthermore, what adds to the amusement is Harry's constant insistence on his own attractiveness. In actuality, Harry, you are not the one. I must admit, Harry, you possess numerous qualities, but being conventionally attractive is not one of them. However, I have no sympathy for Penguin Random House, Spotify, or Netflix. In my perception, those profit-driven corporations were seeking to capitalize on Meghan and Harry, therefore, they should face the consequences for their actions. Penguin Random House appears to be struggling to find a solution to the problem. Publishing their first bestseller, Meghan and Harry have already been negatively impacting their business. However, it seems that Penguin Random House desired more, far from it. The need to permit Harry to publish another book is crucial for them to seal their fate. An additional concern arises regarding why Mohammed Al-Fayed chose not to disclose the information he supposedly shared with Harry regarding the circumstances surrounding Diana and Dodi's deaths. Considering the loss of his own son as well, one might question what prevented him from sharing this information with the public. Therefore, in my opinion, I believe that this revelation is nonsensical. Diana had the option to effortlessly fasten her seatbelt. Perhaps, if she were still a member of the royal family, her security team would have reminded her to fasten her seatbelt. Perhaps she was not given the opportunity to make a decision. An additional point to take into account is that the individual in question was Mr. Fayed took charge of organizing the transportation for Dodi and Diana. Maybe he is experiencing some level of guilt. Perhaps he believes that if he hadn't organized the transportation, the accident could have been prevented. The driver was heavily intoxicated, but since he was known to struggle with alcoholism, his drunkenness was not immediately obvious. I assume that many of you have unfortunately encountered someone who suffers from alcoholism, and it is indeed the case. They have such a high level of tolerance that distinguishing between their drunkenness and sobriety is nearly impossible. In addition, it was Diana who contacted the paparazzi that night. Had she not taken that action, it is highly likely that she would have been alive at present. Clearly, she desired the media to have precise knowledge of her whereabouts. Although she had her own motives, her choice ultimately resulted in not only her own demise but also the deaths of two individuals who were likely unaware of Diana's manipulation of the press. I highly doubt that the royal family gives any credibility to such unfounded claims. If Harry does end up creating a book of this nature, I sincerely wish for the royal family to take legal action against him. There will be those in the royal family who will find amusement in this latest idea, while others will be quite repulsed. Harry is a constant source of shame for his family. His mother would be utterly horrified if she discovered his attempt to profit from her death. Harry needs to put an end to his actions. I have a strong suspicion that Meghan is somehow connected to all of this. It seems likely that Meghan was the one to propose the idea of Harry taking on the role of an attractive detective. I can't imagine anyone believing that approach had any chance of success. Harry does not possess the physical attractiveness typically associated with detectives. More similar to an individual with red hair, receding hairline, annoying disposition, acting immaturely, and lacking employment success. Harry's life has presented numerous indications that it is necessary to alter his current trajectory. He fails to come up with a fresh approach for earning money at present. He persistently continues to repeat the same futile arguments. I trust that the royal family will address the actions of both parties involved. This needs to come to an end. Both of them prematurely caused Harry's grandfather and grandmother to pass away, and now it appears that he is attempting to do the same with his father. I am genuinely concerned about their future actions. I believe it is imperative for the royal family to give them due consideration. They pose a significant threat. It has been 26 years since Diana's passing, but her ailing son continues to disturb her eternal rest. The sheer desperation to stay relevant is the sole driving force behind his incessant fixation on this conspiracy theory. At this juncture, it is not primarily concerning her. The focus is solely on him. While I acknowledge that Harry initially proposed this idea, I am confident that Meghan significantly influenced and contributed to its development. Ultimately, it is evident that Meghan's preferred method of generating income revolves around capitalizing on Diana's legacy. I suppose she has put an end to candid interviews and the perilous 2-hour-long pursuit in a car. However, in her delusional mind, she believes this is her opportunity to achieve celebrity status and wealth. Doesn't it sound like something Meghan would come up with? By relying on Harry as her spokesperson, she cleverly avoids the risk of not being taken seriously. The inclusion of Meghan would be necessary in the plan. I mean, she needs to find a way to secure that Oscar. Meghan's relentless focus on Diana has taken a toll on Harry's mental well-being, driving him to the point of insanity. There exists a term for it. It goes by the term gaslighting. If Meghan truly cared about Harry, she would support him in living his own life and letting go. In order to find a purposeful way to spend his time and truly feel fulfilled, he is seeking out meaningful activities. However, this is not the case for her. She is engaging in a complete reversal of the expected behavior. I believe I can anticipate Harry's forthcoming accusation regarding his mother's unfortunate demise. William is the one we have to choose. Who is there that he dislikes more than his own sibling? Nobody. That I have absolutely no idea how he and Meghan are going to. This is precisely the reason why the media continues to pay such close attention to them. They exhibit a mesmerizingly slow-paced disaster, much like a train derailing before the eyes. Despite being aware that it is incorrect, you find it impossible to avert your gaze. However, I suppose any publicity is beneficial, correct? That's it for the video. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share with those interested. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. Thanks for joining us, have a great day, and stay tuned for upcoming videos.